Hello again. I would like to speak for a few minutes about my values as a teacher, and I'd like to address 6 questions that'll help you get to know me. The first of those questions is, what does good teaching mean to me? I think that a big part of good teaching is about engagement. Of course, you have to deliver the curriculum, but for the children to learn, they have to be engaged. So I try to focus on engagement when I'm in the classroom, and I think a major part of that is I have to be excited about being there, and I have to be excited about the material, and I have to relate why it's useful for the students. If I do all 3 of those things, I think that the students will generally be engaged, and I think that is a big part of being a good teacher. The second of the questions is, what sort of classroom culture am I going to try to develop? I think that a large part of the classroom culture that I try to develop is a balance. It's a balance between clear and transparent classroom management, where the students know what they are and aren't allowed to do, and they are completely aware of the consequences of correct and incorrect behavior. But I also try to balance that with an openness where students feel encouraged and free to question everything around them. Not just the material, but the classroom and how it's run. I think that if I can balance a clear and strong classroom management style with inquisitive students, that creates the culture that I'm looking for. The third question that I'd like to talk about is my favorite teacher and what stands out to me in my own education from my past. My favorite teacher is Miss Agawa from 9th grade biology class. And the thing that makes me remember her fondly is that when I was in her class, I felt like she gave us the ability and the freedom to find something that interested us within the curriculum and follow that. It kind of felt like we were steering our own education, and it made us owners of that. She was one of my favorite teachers. The fourth of the 6 things I'd like to talk about is what I would do with an unresponsive or negatively responsive student. I think that every teacher is going to come across this at least once. And the important thing to do when you have an unresponsive or negatively responsive student is to stop and take a larger look at the situation and try to understand from the student's perspective why they are responding this way. I think that quite often you will find a simple solution to the answer. It might get back to the first thing I talked about, which is engagement, or it might be something else, but the first step is always to try to see it from their perspective. Next, I would like to talk about what I would do if I had a set of lessons prepared and my schedule was changed at the last moment. I think that as teachers, we also run across this from time to time, and it's important to have a set of pre-prepared lessons in our pocket that we can use anytime things happen that are not planned for. I've got those now in my current school, and I've certainly used them when our schedule has been changed. The final thing I'd like to talk about is, if I were hired, how would I make your school a better place to work? Well, I think I would do 2 things to make your school a better place to work. One is more general. I would bring my enthusiasm for teaching and my desire to become a better teacher every day. And I think that changes the school culture when you have a lot of teachers that are coming at it from that angle. More specifically, I would try to make your school a better place by bringing my own energy and expertise to any after-school programs that you have available. I love teaching. I love teaching English. I love teaching homeroom content, but I also really enjoy after-school programs. I would like to contribute to or create new extracurricular programs in your school using the things that I love. Thank you very much. I hope to speak with you soon.